friends, in this video we are going to build a blur landing page website, a small blur landing page website with CSS Grid. So let's get started. And as usual, I am in my terminal, and here let me do a create a folder, blur landing, cd into it, create two file, index.html and style.css. Before opening, let me see where my blur landing is. Yeah, here it is. Actually, I have two images already created. One is my logo and one is my showcase. Let me move them in. Let me close it. Let me come back and let me open it with VS Code. Let me increase the size a bit. Now we will start with the project. See, I have this logo and this image also here. Let me start my index.html, and as usual, with the help of Amit, I will press this not and then the tab key. It will give me my initial document, and we write the title as blur landing, and let me also link my style sheet or I will forget it. Link style sheet href, let it be style.css. I will also include the font awesome because we are soon going to use a lot of font awesome icons. So let me do another href. I already have this because nowadays it is very difficult to find the correct font awesome link. So you can take this from my GitHub repository. Version 5.3.1 CSS all.css. okay, so this one you have to take. After this, let me create the header dot showcase. As you might know, I am again using one Amit feature, header dot showcase. It will create header with the class of showcase. I have just pressed the tab, then div dot content, and then I will press the tab key, and it will create a div with the class of content. Then I will have this image, my image src, which is the logo. This image I am using, this logo image dot png, alt, let it be logo, and let me have a class also because soon we are going to use it. Class equal to logo. Then after that, div.title means div with a class title. Welcome to the web dev. Yeah, this is my site, so you can check it later on. So after this div, we'll have another div for the subtext. So div dot text, and as you might know, we have a very good feature for lorem in Amit again. Lorem, I think I should give only 10, and then I will press on tab, and it will create a lorem with 10 words. So let me save it. As you might know, I am using a plugin for your VS Code known as Live Server. So what it does, it give me this nice go live button at the right hand side of my VS Code. So when I click on it, it will start the server at 127.0.0.550, then index.html. so let me open it in Firefox. So I'd open it in Firefox, and this is the initial thing which it will show, because we have just have the showcase and the logo. We are given the code for that. Then after that, let's first complete our HTML, then we will move to the CSS. Then after the header, we will have a section of services. Here div container, I think I can give it like this because I want 3 classes. Grid 3 dot center. Yeah, I'm right, because I also don't remember everything by heart. But if you want more classes, you have to give after dot another dot. Then I will have a div. Here I'll have this for icon, and class equal to fab. So we are using font awesome, fab fa YouTube fa 3x, means 3x size. Then we will have a h3 after this, YouTube p lorem 10, and let me save it and let me see whether I have given this correctly or was there some spelling mistake. So there was no spelling mistake, so it is coming right. So I will have two more like this. So let me copy this, let me paste it. The second one will be chalkboard teacher, and it will be called courses. Lorem, let the lorem be the same, let the last one be brief case, the lorem will be same. Let me save it, and let me see if everything is right. Oh, I have not given it right, so it is not fab, it is fas. This is also fas. Let me save it. Yeah, now everything is right. So our section for services is over. Now the next section will be for about. So let me create it. After this section dot about dot bg light, then div dot container, div dot, see this grid 2, grid 3, we are soon going to style them, these classes. Grid 2 means 2 column layout, grid 3 means 3 column layout, so we're soon going to use them. So grid 2, then div dot center, and this one will have a class of fa laptop code fa 10x. It will be a bigger icon. So after this div, I will have my s3, about us, then a paragraph, lorem 40. This one should also be in a div actually. Because we are going to use the concept of grid items, so see, so it will not work correctly if you not use this div also, so because it will hold this h3 and this p. Let me do the alignment properly. Okay, so I have done it. Let me save it. Yeah, we have like this about us. Okay, and then after that our section is over. Then let me create the footer also. Footer dot center dot bg talk, and then a paragraph inside it, which will be the web tab, and copy symbol will have 2020 is when I am creating this, and let me save it. Yeah, it is right. So now let us create the styles. So let me move to the style. Let me check again where I have linked it. Yeah, I have linked it. Style.css. First we'll have a body, background will be RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.9. Let me save it. Let me see whether it is working. Okay, let's why it is not coming. 1 2 3. Oh, I have given one more, that's why it is not coming. It is only 3. The last one is for opacity. So now it is perfect. Then I will have margin of 0. So we have a black color with some opacity. For the background color will be hash FA F9 A9. It is a sort of yellowish color. Font family, let us take the Segu UI, then TA. Okay, the first one it is coming, so let me take this one. Yeah, so it came. So let me use this only. Oh, this is gone. Okay, let me save it now. So the font family is changed. Now what we are going to use, as you might have seen, we have a background image, but we have not used it anywhere. So we want it after this showcase, that background image to be there. So we can directly place it here after the header. But there is another cool way in CSS to do it, and that is with the pseudo element known as after. So what we are going to do, we are going to first target this showcase. Then after that, after content, so we have to give some content to it, so that's why we give empty string. Height will be 100 vertical height. So vertical height is the unit by which it takes the whole of the screen. So different screens, it doesn't matter, it will take the whole of the screen. Then width will be 100%. And now the main thing, background image, it will have the URL and our showcase.jpg, background size, cover. So these are some important things which we need to do, or it will repeat itself and many things. So these three are the most important thing, means which I am going to use: a background size, then background repeat, and background position. Background repeat, no repeat, background position, center, then display will be block, and let me save it till here. See, our image have come after our showcase. After our showcase in this lorem, that it had came. So after that, we are, as this is a blur landing series, so let us do the blur, which is done by the filter 10px. Let us have a transition also. So what this will do, we are going to change the blur. So transition, it will smoothly transit instead of at a moment it transiting. So 1000 millisecond. Let me save it. See, the blur have happened already. But now what I will do, now we will have the hover effect and the blur should go on the hover. So showcase, not after, then after that hover, after filter blur 0 pixel. So I moved it, so it got changed. Again I move it, got changed. So this is how the hover will happen. So after that, what we need to do, we will have an hover on the content also. Content means this content, so which covers our logo, and our text. So this is from here to here, so logo and text it will. So see what we will do, we will add dot showcase hover, not like this hover, but on dot content, and what it will do, filter blur 2 pixel. Let me save it. Okay, see, when you're taking it, the blur is happening there. Now one task is remaining. We have to move this here inside, so it exactly at the center. So we will do that next. So to move it exactly at the center, we will use a old trick because we have already done it. So it is not exactly with CSS Grid, but yeah, it will contain CSS Grid also. So but the major part of it will be the old way, position absolute, top left, all those things. So position absolute, z index is of 1, top is of 20%, left is of 50%, Let me save this much, and see, it is moving. So let's center it properly. Margin top 105 pixel, margin left minus 145 pixel, width of 300 pixel. Let me save this much, and it had moved here. So it is exactly at the correct position. We just have to do the text align of center. Let me do that. Still you are seeing it is not in the correct position, and here we will use the grid. Display grid. As we know, to align item exactly center, it is align item center. Justify content of center. Save it, and it is still not moving. Oh, it is still not moving. So what does that mean? That means that we have made some mistake. Let me see, 20%. Yeah, I know what mistake we have made. This will be a negative minus 145. Let me save it now. So now it is exactly at the center. So this is done. See, now one thing, by default it will be like that. My mouse is outside it. When I move it, the image will be okay, and this will become transparent. Initially the image is transparent, image is a bit blurred, and this one become blurred when I move the mouse over it. Okay, so this is done. Now what we need to do, the title, I'm finding it a bit small, so dot content dot title, font size of 2.2 rem, yeah, it is okay. Now I should increase the text also. So the text is this lorem ipsum. For that, line height, yeah, line height is only okay. So let me increase that. So the line height got increased. So this is done. So now we will see how to fix this, so that, and for that we are going to mainly use the grid system. See, here also we use grid system, but the main thing is here is this only. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing here, which is like this, because it was too fast. Let me save it now. So it will do it smoothly. So now, as I have told, we will change the layout. So as one thing you might have seen, see, this services have a container class, and this one also have a container class. So this was there for a purpose. So let me copy it and container, because we want to give a max width of 960 pixel, margin of auto So the max width, as you might have seen, the max width is given, margin of auto is given, and then I don't want the overflow, it will be hidden. Let's have some padding, 4 rem and 1 rem. So some padding is there, so everything had become a bit more thick. So now let's have our 3 column layout first. So the 3 column layout is been used in our services. So, and just we have to do display grid, some grid cap, pixel. See this one closely. Now it is like this. Now grid template columns, repeat, I am taking 3 times, and it will be 1 FR, so it will equally divided. Now you will see 1 FR and it is done. So simple, it is done. Our designing is done. After that, grid dash 2, our 2 column layout. Again, let me copy this because everything will be same except of 3, because it is having only 2. As I thought, the mistake is here. So this div grid, it is having grid 2, it is having 2 grid items. One is this center, this code, and another one is this part. So the ending of it was wrong. It should not end here, this div. It should actually end after this. Let me save it now and see, it is now exactly correct. Now what we are going to do, there is this center, and this center. So this center also we are going to write style for it, dot center, text align center, margin. So margin auto is a very good way to bring everything at the everything fixed, means auto means what it brings everything to the center and it fixes it. So see, the center is done, so everything is now exactly perfectly fine. Only the thing is that we now need to do the footer, and also this color scheme. As you might have seen, this is black, all is black, so this is not a good color scheme. We should have alternative color schemes. So as you might have seen, we have 2 more classes. One is this BG light and one is BG dark. So we are going to use those now. Yeah, so let me do BG light, background is a bit of whitish background, F4, and the color of the text will be blackish, but not exactly blackish, this. So BG light, so this, see the light one is done, and this one is the BG dark. Or what is the BG dark? Yeah, BG dark is only this footer. Yeah, I am right, this footer only is BG dark dot BG dark. The background will be, it is the opposite, hash 33, yeah, and the color will be hash f4, just the opposite of it. Let me save it and see, it is done. But we have an issue. See, this is not going completely there, it is taking this. So for that we need to give some classes to the footer. Padding, let it be 1.2 rem. Let me save it, and it is saved, but it have came down. It is not exactly in the middle because this is adding some margin to it. So what we have to do, we have to do the footer is inside a paragraph, that is adding a margin of 0. Let me save it, and now it is done. See, now our whole site is done, and it is looking quite awesome with this simple site. But the thing is that we are now going to do the mobile layout, which is not good. This should not be like this in the mobile, and this should not be like this in a mobile. In mobile, generally what we have, this is how, this will be after this, this will be after this, this will be on top of it, and this will be under it. So let's do the mobile now. As usual, for mobile we will use media query, media max width of 560 pixel, and first thing, we don't need it to be 100 VH, don't need it to extend the whole thing. So showcase, not hover, showcase after. Height is 50 vertical height. We save it. It was 100 vertical height for that screen, so it is 50 vertical height. So now it is here, but it came down. So what we need to do, we need to do target the content. So as you might remember, the content is this, which have this logo and this welcome to the web dev and this lorem ipsum. So this we have to target, and top I want it at 5%, margin top 5px. We save it, and now it is exactly at the correct place, and now hovering effect is also working fine. After that there is a very nice thing like grid 3 and dot grid 2 grid template column, GTC is the short form, and then I have grid tab, repeat came automatically. I don't need, see, I will make it 1FR. So what does it mean? It is not going to have only one column of 1FR. Just let me save it. See, and now the magic will happen. See, it is 1FR, so everything will come on after that. So only this, with this much our layout is fixed. And services, I want some padding in this services div, this div, because it is very close to each other. So let me have dot services and div padding 1.2 rem, 1 rem, save it. And now it is exactly very nice. So our mobile layout is also done, and with the grid we are able to create a fully functional site with mobile layout in no time. So this is the power of Grid. Hope you liked this video. Thank you.